A scout is friendly, courteous, and kind. What does that mean? Hey, ScouterStan, have you really thought about that? I mean, these words, they come out and they mean a lot. And we're going to dive into that. But first of all, I want to make sure that all adults and all parents understand the Scout Law is not just for the Scouts. It's for the Scouters. You guys. Everybody in your unit should obey and try to uphold the Scout Law. 3 of the big ones is friendly, courteous, and kind. At the end, we're going to ask the number one question that every leader and adults should ask their youth. So you got to stay to the end to see that one. No skipping forward now. All right? So stay for that one. The definition of friendly. I'm going to read it directly from the book, and I'll put it right up here on the screen so that you can see what we all should be upholding. A scout is a friend to all. Scouts are brothers to other scouts. Scouts offer their friendship to other people of all races, religion, and nations, and respect them even if their beliefs and customs are different from their own. Now, when Baden-Powell first talked about friendly in Scouting for Boys, it was almost the same. Only difference is that he was dealing with the 1800s going into the 1900s. He was dealing with a more enlightened moment, and he was talking about the different classes that were in Britain at the time. So he actually used a term that actually said no matter what the scouts' social class from one another. Okay, so he was more devoted towards that level. And so whenever we look at the writing of Baden-Powell and how he developed these principles, the laws that we're trying to uphold, they were designed for that time. You would say, if he was alive today, you would say he's very woke. Okay, he knows what's going on. He knows, and it would probably be even more elaborate. So that's the thing. From his writings at the time, he was talking about classes. Now we talk about, all the different varieties of peoples that are out in the world. A scout is courteous. Let's read the definition. A scout is polite to people of all ages and position. Scouts understand that using good manners makes it easier for people to get along. Now, Baden-Powell had a very similar writing. The only difference is that he added that a scout must never take any kind of reward, like a tip, for doing any of the courteous things that he should, or he or she, the scout, should be doing. This was very big. Now Baden-Powell, of course, it was all boys. That was the day. If you would like more information about the Scout Law and more information about scouting, I do have a video. I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put it up on the corner there. So definitely look into that. And that will teach you a little more later. Don't do it now. Do it later. I'll do it again at the end. So just so you know, there will be a video that you can check into and tells you a little bit more about the actual Scout Law and how that was all constructed. But that was courteous. A scout treats others as they want to be treated. Scouts know that there is strength in being gentle. Scouts do not harm or kill any living thing without good reason. See, originally, Baden-Powell designed kind with animals in mind. A scout is kind to animals. This was kind of a running theme that was very emphasized above all the others. Kind meant be kind to animals. Now this changed right after World War II. World War II, Baden-Powell was not around anymore. Unfortunately, he died not in the war, but during the war. But his legacy went on, and they redefined it to take that very last line and put humans in there too. So it was a very meaningful thing. So kind has an immense meaning now. And these are just 3 of 12 that are in the Scout Law. Now, in the first writings of Baden-Powell, he only had 9 Scout Laws. The last one, Reverent, wasn't added to the British one, making it a total of 10 until much later, until it was already established. But 9 was the original Scout Law, or principles as they're known in Britain. So those 10 principles are in Britain. Now, in the United States, when it came over to the United States, we have 12. Now, the 12 are all 12 are very important, but there was 2 that were added in addition to the Reverend. Can you remember which was? Okay, I've got a video of there, but don't go there now. So, go there later. I'll have it up there. All right, the 2 that they added was Brave and Clean and Reverent. Those 3 were added on to the 9 that gave you a total of 12. That was the beauty of the Scout Law in the United States. We have 12 points. British only have 10. So they left Brave and Clean out. But I'm pretty sure that they have other things going on. You know, we need to bring all that back, and we will talk more about that in future episodes, talking about the Scout Law. Never forget that we're all obligated by the principles outlined in the Scout Law. We need to think about working on that all the time. We need to be the example, not the exception. So all adult leaders, all parents, we are all supposed to obeyed by the Scout Law. Earlier I talked about the number 1 question that we should ask scouts, any youth, especially parents, when the parents are talking to them, and adult leaders, scoutmasters, cub masters, when you're talking to the youth and you're having that conference, make sure that you throw one of these in there to kind of calibrate how you are doing. It is kind of a trick question, and it's a short question, so I'll put it up on the screen. What do you think I most want you to be? A, successful, B, good, C, smart, or D, happy? Now the answer to this, and I'm giving you the answer so that you can calibrate what you are doing, is good. Okay, it should be B, good. Okay, that's what we want our scouts to be. We want them to be on the good path. We want them to do the good thing. These are the things we want them to do. And you can't achieve the other 3 without being good. So if they say smart, that means maybe you're too strict on the homework. Okay, maybe you should make homework more fun. Okay, so they can have fun with it and learn better that way. So this is a great way to calibrate. That simple question can help you calibrate your leadership, your parenting. So this is a good tip. Keep that in mind. That's why I put it up on the screen. I want you to see these things. and think about them. These are great concepts, and I know you do good and you do well with your scouts and you do great things, and I hear about it. Okay, put it in the comments. I love answering them. So these are things that we do as adult leaders for the benefit of our scouts. So think about all that you do with scouting, and I thank you. I personally thank you for all the hard work you do. And you know what? I'll see you on the trail.